Hi, I'm Rob, and this is the unedited spoilers, where I tell you what's going on next week in the world of Gems of War, with no cuts, no edits. What happens, happens. If I burp, I burp. If I have to have some tea, I'll have to have some tea. If the doorbell goes, the doorbell goes. It's all included at no extra cost. Absolute bargain. Anyway, don't forget to pick up the Glory Shop troop if you haven't done so already. Pretty cool. Creates a mix of 10 brown and decaying gems and knocks the first enemy to the back and gain bonus brown mana from brown gem matches. Anyway, the other day I had a bit of a run-in with the Grim Reaper. I had to fend him off with a vacuum cleaner. Talk about Dyson with death. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's the continuation of the current campaign, of course. Let's see what we get next week. See what super generous goodies they've given us. So in the free pass, you get some white pet food and some souls and not a lot else. Yeah, right. And in the paid for pass, you get a mixture of different keys, a bit more of the Weeping Lilium, and some more of the same, and a new weapon. Converts all gems of a chosen colour into decaying gems, the Librum of Decay. Pretty good. Converting all gems of a chosen colour into effectively brown, with the rubbishy effect of the decaying gems, which actually works against the player that's winning, or has more deaths, or kills, and things like that. So yeah, I like the spell, just don't like the part with the decaying gems. I don't actually see the benefit of them, but hey, it is what it is, and it is there to be gotten. New Soulforge video coming on Monday morning. I'll be popping into the Soulforge, telling you what I think are the best weapons and indeed the best troops to craft from there. And in the same video, at the end, I'll do an Underspire team. Hope a nice quick team to whiz through the Underspire as quickly as possible. I really should do the Underspire a bit more often now. It's finding the time. It's good if you can spare the 1,000 or so gems it takes to go through the whole thing. The actual rewards are actually fairly good, so if you got the time, then certainly blast through the Underspire if you can. And Epic Trials, let's go back to the start of the screen. Bright Forest is the Kingdom of the Week next week, and Epic Trials, I can try and go through them, but there's no need for me to make another video on this because basically the entire whole kingdoms have been done with Epic Trials on my channel. So you just simply type in Bright Forest Epic Trials and you will find the strategy to get that done. And the Kingdom of the Week is indeed a Bright Forest. So we can take a look at what troops we can expect to get from chests next week. Oops, wrong bit. Meant to go to there first. Like, when you open your event chests, you can only get troops from the kingdom listed. Right now that is Hellcrag, but from Monday that's going to change to Bright Forest. So what you can do is you can go to your kingdoms, and in this case change it to Bright Forest. Change the filter to show all, apply filter, and take a look at the troops that are in Bright Forest. And anybody that's greyed out means you are missing that troop. So by opening your event chests next week with some caveats, you get a chance of getting that troop. I say some caveats because basically if it says Sunken Fleet on it, like this one here, means you can't get that from those event chests. You must get that from the Underworld Sunken Fleet area by busting open your portals. So bear that in mind. Anybody that says Sunken Fleet you can't get. And anybody that's hang on, let's just bung the troop. Oh, no, not that. Not that. Base rarity, bung them to the top. Like if there was a immortal troop here, for example, you can't get them. Or this one here, an Araldrin. That's a Gem Dragon troop. You have to craft that from the Soulforge. You can't actually get that from there either. But the standard mythics, Fountain of Stars, Suna, and Vanalis, you can actually pop from there at the same time. So yeah, if you're feeling a bit lucky and you've got some event chests to spare, then you're missing some of these mythics, then why not bust open, whatever. I don't know, I need some tea. Hang on. Why not bust open some of those event chests? Right, so the main event next week, oh, we've got the funny little ball loading screen thing, is a journey. An incoming journey. Look at that weird thing. What the hell is that? I saw that as a load of arms for a minute, and it kind of is. Arms with wings or something, but anyway. An incoming journey event next week. I'll be doing my journey event team in a video on Monday morning after the Soulforge section. And the troop on the screen is Crackle Leaf. Interesting troop because obviously it's the journey one and they're still not getting any better. Deals magic +4 damage to an enemy, then create 2 red gems boosted by Fey allies. And the shiny spell just basically does a bit more of the same. Deal magic +4 damage to an enemy, then create 3 red gems boosted by Fey allies. So the shiny spell actually gives it a little bit more power on that side of things, which is quite good. Mana color, red and brown, mana cost of 15. The first trait is fireproof, immune to burning and fairy fire. The second trait is tough scales, reduce damage from skulls by 30%. And the third one, of course, Pathfinder, gain 2 to 3 times miles in the journey event based on your ascensions. That troop will be available during the journey event on Monday. Tuesday, we have a faction assault in the Sunken Fleet. Oh, I got some stuff to collect. How much can I get? 34. That's my guess. Gems. 29. So stingy. Need some tea. So stingy. Wow. Anyway, what was I doing? Faction assault. Tuesday. In the Sunken Fleet. Down here somewhere. There it is. So yeah, as ever, work that horde level up. You need a high horde level on this one to do it with the current state of the game with the troops you have available. To do it with the faction team, very difficult indeed. But again, if you're missing any of those troops from the underworld, then crack open some of those portals and see if you get lucky and work that delve towards level 500. Totally worth getting the underworld done. You've only got to do it once, and once you do that, your total renown will go up and you gain bonus stats to your attack, your life, your armor, your magic for all troops in the game. This is one of those little things in the game where I often get asked in a question now and again in comments, how are my stats so high and things like this. This is because all these little things in the game just taken from here, there and everywhere, which basically push up your overall power and stats in the game. So get the underworld done. You've literally only got to do it once. Wednesday we have a pet rescue and Fairy is available. This is the one we're going to get. Gives a ×3 team bonus to Faye. It's max level. Really good. Be surprised how much these team bonus pets actually boost up your stats when the requirements are met. So make sure you do the pet rescue. And on Thursday we have a class trial. Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to go over another troop we're going to get next week as well, which is actually quite cool sounding. Maple Gold Bark. Now, the spell is Whispering Leaves. Create 5 Fairy Fire gems, which are green, and 5 Burning gems, which are red, and gain an extra turn. Uses red and yellow with a mana cost of 13. So the spell actually is not bad. The first trait is Fey Bond. Allied Fey gain 2 life. Second one is Mana Shield. Immune to Mana Burn, Mana Gain, Mana Drain even, and Mana Steal. And the third one, Bark Skin. Reduce damage from skulls by 33%. That's another troop we're going to get next week. Maple Gold Bark. So let's take a look at the class trial now, because it's one that I don't actually use that much, but I'm sure they're all good in their own way. It's just, for me, it's things like Elementalist, Frost Mage and Geomant, so literally these 3 in a row here, they're so good for so many different things. Don't really look too much further unless it's required a lot of the time. But it's not a bad class. All allies gain 2 random skill points. Reduce damage from spells by 25% is useful. And Ancient Mysteries, a 25% chance to grant a random positive status effect to a random ally when my turn begins. Talent trees has some pretty interesting stuff. Gain 8 life is reasonably strong for the very first talent. Purification, cleanse myself on 4 or 5 gem matches is pretty cool too. Brilliant Aura, all allies gain 2 life and 4 or 5 gem matches on 4 or 5 gem matches. I remember things like this as a really early player being really vital to be able to get past certain things. I used to have to pick these classes that had these little life boosts just to get by. It's actually one of the most satisfying parts of the game, those early stages. Bizarrely, when you get like end game, really powerful with nearly virtually all the troops, crazy power, you're just using Stellarex teams and Wand teams to just do 95% of the game, apart from PvP requirements when it's forced upon you and things like that. It's actually more satisfying in the early stages, believe it or not. But anyway, other options, Fire Starter, more red, more yellow option is there. Gift of Fire, yeah, it's alright. It's just certainly got its place. But like I say, I do actually like other classes more, but get them all to 100, because you never know when troops are going to come out that are going to actually push all these things to the absolute maximum. And on Friday, we have a vault event. Let's just see if it's going to show up on the games thing. Epic trial. No, it's not showing up there, but we do have a vault event on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Really, really cool. Just kill those gnomes, get tons of keys, crack them open after the event has ended, see what you got. Your time is better spent during the event, getting as many keys as you can. And still the best event for really good rewards in the game. It's like, it feels like the rewards have been diminished somewhat, and the keys don't quite come into your possession as often as they used to. But it's still an absolutely cracking event, and still a really good one to do, and maximise your potential for getting decent rewards from the game. Friday, Saturday and Sunday vault event. I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but Guild Wars is returning the end of this month. It's replacing Arena, basically. Which, for me, that's devastating. I mean, I love Arena, as everyone knows. It was my absolute favourite event. I try to put as much sort of sarcasm and irony into my voice as possible. But yeah, Arena, oh, bless its soul, been replaced with Guild Wars for now. And that should be at the end of this month. But I just thought I'd throw it in there as a quick mention. But there it is, there's the video. There's the spoilers for next week. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And feel free to share it and any of my other videos, wherever and however much you like, because that really helps the channel grow. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.